Okay, we have just entered a trade here at 12.9950. As you can see, um, the the market has already dropped 3 ticks in our favor, and we have been filled on one half of our position. Our basic trade management is using 4 contracts. So when one half of our position, in this case 2 contracts, reaches +3, our stop is reduced from a 6-tick risk down to 3, and that's why you can see the red tab above our entry price at 1300.25. It started at 1301, which was 3 ticks higher. So you can see it now just dropped down to our entry price at 12.9950 as the market reached our second objective. So we have been filled at our first objective and our second objective. So we've exited one half of our position at our first objective of +3 ticks, and the just 1/4 of our position at 6 ticks, which is the equivalent of 1.5 points. What I've done here, because in the automated trade management feature with Ninja, you must insert an exit for all of the contracts in order for the automated trade management system to operate correctly. What we usually do, especially if we think there's some good potential here on a trade, we will cancel that automatic last 1/4 exit and do it manually. And the way that we will do it manually is we will adjust our stop. We obviously now have a buy stop because we're short. We just have 1 contract remaining on this position. So what we will do is we will monitor the software, and as the bars are created, and you can see here that we have different colored bars. The non-colored bars we refer to as the black bars, but all of the other bars are what we call colored. There's a light blue, a dark blue, a green, and also a magenta. We don't have a magenta showing on this chart at this time. And so what we will do is when we're in a short position, we will move our stop down to 2 ticks above the high, as I've just done here, of the most recent selling paint bar. And so you can see the high of that one was at 98.25, 12.98.25, and so I have now adjusted the stop to 12.98.75. So we have at least locked in a 3-tick profit here on this final 1/4 position. So hopefully we can get some more down movement here, and see if we can, have a good run with this guy. It certainly has a potential here today. By the way, this is on Thursday, July the 28th, and as you can see by the time, it's around 12:40 Pacific time, which would make it 3:40 in the afternoon Eastern time. So now you can see here, if the market gets up another couple of ticks, we're going to get stopped out. It just hit 98.25, and good, it's starting to come down again. So that's what we want to see, obviously. So we're just, this particular trade, you can see that it was set up with 2 red arrows, the down red arrows that you can see just above our entry price. That's what our software has set up for us. It's identified 2 trading opportunities. In this case, the higher one was indicated at 1300 to get short. The lower one was indicated at 12.99.25 to get short. So what I did is I just basically met them in the middle and put it in at 12.99.50. Of course, you can't enter a trade on the half tick at 12.99.625, for example. It has to be at on the tick, so that's why I chose 12.99.50. So it just got up to 99.75, got us filled. Now it's coming down nicely, and we've reached our first 2 objectives, and we've made an adjustment on our buy stop for the final 1/4 position. So obviously what we're hoping here for is that the market will continue lower, and as it does that, okay, now this bar that's formed right here is obviously a paint bar. It's a selling bar in that it took out the previous bar's low. So as soon as this bar closes, I will go ahead and place a protective. I will adjust it. So there it's closed. The high of that's at 97.25, so I'll put the stop at 97.75. So we now have adjusted our buy stop now at 97.75. So we have locked in what, point and 3/4 now. So um, we'll just keep monitoring it here and see if we can stay in the trade, see if it can continue to sell off. So, what's kind of important, I guess, here on this video from our standpoint in just kind of relating how our software works is that it's not only used to identify trading opportunities when they set up and get triggered, and of course our software tells you when that occurs, but we also use it in this manner to help us adjust our stops when we're in the trade. Now we're using these stops manually now once we have already reached the first two objectives. So we usually just put it on the automated trade management feature within NinjaTrader, which instantly places your protective stop and your exit targets once you're filled. And so that, it's a really nice, convenient feature. I like to use it. Some people don't find it necessary, but it's kind of a personal thing. It's certainly not a mandatory thing by any means, but it does help you to manage the trades. Sometimes when the market's really fast too, I mean, that first objective can be hit very, very quickly. I've certainly had it. I've been filled and exited at my first objective literally within a second or two, much faster than I could have done it manually. So there are times when it is really helpful. So the red band at the bottom there is what we call our intraday filter, and if it's red or dark red, it's in favor of a short trade, and obviously we did have a short trade here, so our intraday bias or bias within the day, and that's actually determined from our software itself. So when it's giving us an indication that the sellers are in control, it'll show the bar, the horizontal bar down at the bottom is red. If there's no real indication up or down, it will be gray or a neutral, and if it's bullish, it'll be green or dark green. So we always try and, with our 2 out of 3 approach, we always try and have either the intraday, or butted up against a known barrier. If we can get 2 of those 3 items in place, we're going to go ahead and take the trade. 3 out of 3 is even better. So we just try and obviously put the odds in our favor as much as we possibly can. So well, if we can get a paint bar here, selling bar, we'll be able to adjust it, adjust our stop again, which would be nice to do because it'd be nice to lock in some additional profits. It's always nice to do that, of course. Okay, it is a blue paint bar. It did take out its previous bar's low, and as long as it doesn't take out the previous bar's high, I will go ahead and make the adjustment on this. Once the bar closes, I'll wait until it closes. Okay, the bar has closed, and you can see the high there at 96.50, and the stop is now at 97 even, which is 2 ticks above the high of that blue selling bar. Now I'm defining this as a selling bar just because it was not an outside bar or an inside bar, and it did take out the previous bar's low, although it's not always it's not a true selling bar in the sense that it did not close below the previous bar's close. So there's, but from our trade management standpoint, this is how we're defining a buying or selling bar. So if we should get stopped out here at 97 even, we're short from 99.50, so that'll lock in 2.5 points. We've already made 3 points, so that would be a 5.5 point profit. Okay, there we just got stopped out. Okay, so 5.5 points, so that's $275 total on our 4 contracts, and less commission, of course, which would be in the order of about $12, $15. So $16